The movie, set in the quiet expanse of Blue Hill County, Pennsylvania, starts its narrative in 1992. We are introduced to Ray and Olivia, a married couple returning to their calm, small-town residence. Upon their arrival, an unsettling quiet greets them. Their daughter, Maisie, is mysteriously absent. This discovery sets off a frantic search within their home. Ray stumbles upon a shattered family photo album, which raises alarm bells about an intruder's presence. The couple's growing panic is palpable as they desperately call out Maisie's name, scouring their home with increasing urgency. Fast forward to a year later, the mystery of Maisie's whereabouts remains unsolved, her absence an unsealed wound in the community. Posters with her face still load the town, a haunting reminder of the ongoing search. In the aftermath of a memorial service dedicated to Maisie, the family reconvenes at Ray and Olivia's house. The gathering includes not only the immediate family, but also extended relatives. Ray's brother Billy, Olivia's sister Arlene, and her husband Kenneth, who is also the sheriff of a neighboring area, and Olivia's widowed brother Morgan. It's here we see the toll Maisie's disappearance has taken on the family dynamics. Ray, once a loving father and husband, now sleeps on the couch, and his persona has darkened into aggression. The family watches a televised speech by Kenneth from the memorial service where he reminisces about Maisie's vibrant and unique personality. However, attempts to enjoy a family dinner are disturbed by Ray's outburst at Billy, accusing him of cowardice in his personal life. A brief but deep conversation follows between Ray and Morgan, highlighting Ray's refusal to move on from his daughter's disappearance, despite Morgan's advice about finding other aspects of life worth living. Meanwhile, Kenneth confides in Olivia about his exhaustive and ultimately fruitless search for Maisie, a quest that left him burdened with guilt. As night falls, the plot thickens with the appearance of mysterious lights in the surrounding forest and an unidentifiable object passing over their house. Ray, outside with a beer, initially dismisses these occurrences as the work of local kids playing with flares. He decides to venture into the forest to confront them, fueled by frustration. Olivia, concerned about Ray's agitation and potential for trouble, urges Billy to accompany him. Eventually, Morgan, Billy, Kenneth, and Noah, Ray and Olivia's son, join the quest, plunging into the forest's depths to uncover the source of the mysterious lights. Tensions escalate dramatically as the characters grapple with the unknown. The scene unfolds on a desolate road leading into the forest, where Billy attempts to encourage Ray to reconnect with his son. However, Ray harshly rebuffs Billy, refusing to accept guidance from someone he perceives as unable to start his own family. The group halts their car at the forest's edge, with Ray, armed and agitated, leading Billy and Kenneth into the dense woods. Meanwhile, Morgan and Noah, waiting by the car, are unnerved by a series of eerie sounds echoing from the forest. Their anxiety peaks when their flashlight flickers erratically, plunging them into moments of darkness, heightening the sense of fear and uncertainty. Back at the house, Olivia and Arlene are startled by strange noises from the outside. Venturing out, they discover a dead bird having apparently met its end against the window. This unsettling discovery is soon followed by the sight of a massive flock of birds in a frenzied flight, a scene that catches the attention of everyone, including those in the forest. The atmosphere intensifies as the car housing Noah and Morgan becomes a hub of unexplained activity. The vehicle's lights, radio, horn, and wipers activate on their own, creating a blare of noise and light. Abruptly, all these electrical disturbances cease, plunging the scene into silence and darkness. Morgan steps out to investigate the car's issues, only to be enveloped in a mysterious bright orange light that engulfs the area where Ray, Billy, and Kenneth are. A dramatic moment unfolds as Morgan, bathed in a blue light, vanishes without a trace right before Ray's eyes. Ray, in a panic, rushes back to the car where Kenneth has become numb, unresponsive to the chaos unfolding around them. Billy, gripped by fear and confusion, touches Kenneth, causing him to panic. Without any other option, Billy helps the numb Kenneth back to the car. The group, now deeply shaken, decides to return home. However, as they depart, a chilling revelation unfolds. In the background, a spacecraft ascends into the sky, leaving them to ponder the terrifying and otherworldly events they have just witnessed. The narrative reaches a climax of chaos and confusion within the confines of the house. Panic grips every occupant as they struggle to comprehend the surreal events unfolding around them. Ray, driven by a desperate need to find Morgan, ventures outside, plunging into the unknown. Inside, Olivia's attempts to call for help are crashed by a persistently unreliable phone line, while the others grapple with the possibility that their experiences might be mere figments of their imagination. Kenneth, amidst the turmoil, admits his uncertainty about what they witnessed, only sure of its unnatural nature. Ray, too, encounters something inexplicable outside and hurriedly returns home. Then, a series of unsettling phenomena begins to manifest. Lights flicker without reason, electrical devices spring to life unasked, metal objects are mysteriously drawn by an unseen force, and an overwhelming mix of bright orange and blue lights envelopes the house. Soon after, a shadowy figure is seen prowling around the house, attempting to gain entry. Ray issues a strong warning to the intruder, declaring their armed status. Simultaneously, strange sounds emerge from the roof. As rain begins to pour down, Ray asserts his belief that the unknown entities are now in the basement. Armed with determination, Ray, Kenneth, and Billy descend into the basement. Ray discovers the outside door open and cautiously approaches it. As he nears the door, a mysterious blue light engulfs him, and he vanishes without a trace. In a parallel event, Arlene investigates the chimney using the reflection in her knife. She too encounters the mysterious blue light, accompanied by smoke, and suddenly drops her knife as she sees an unknown entity before she too disappears. The entity's appearance, glimpsed in a reflection, is revealed to be extraterrestrial, distinguished by its elongated form. As Kenneth moves towards the light, Billy, realizing the imminent danger, rushes outside to warn Olivia and Noah to steer clear of the light. However, it's too late. They soon realize that Kenneth, along with their dog, has also vanished into the unknown, adding to the mounting sense of dread and helplessness. The tension escalates further as Olivia, Billy, and the rest of the group confront the unknown. Olivia watches in horror as the basement door begins to creak open. In a desperate attempt to defend themselves, she fires multiple shots through the door, but it continues to open slowly. Billy, thinking quickly, slams the door shut, and the trio makes a frantic dash outside. Their attempt to escape in the car is frustrated when they find it inoperable, heightening their sense of desperation. Billy, determined to protect them, arms himself with an axe, and they all make a break for the main road. In a moment of fleeting hope, Billy spots a car and rushes towards it, seeking help. However, the driver, misinterpreting Billy's intentions, speeds away, fearing a robbery. Amidst their growing dread, Olivia's flashlight starts to flash erratically, drawing their attention to the sky. There, they witness an astonishing sight. 3 spacecraft, 2 radiating orange light and 1 blue, descending and then ascending back into the night sky. Their situation takes a new turn when a police car arrives. The local sheriff and another policeman pick up the trio and drive them back to the house. They recount their harrowing experience, describing it as an attack by a mysterious group. The policemen, upon entering the house, discover bullets scattered on the ground, evidence of the night's chaos. Still inside the police car, the trio observes that the power in the house remains out, leading them to believe that the aliens might still be lurking nearby. The police, attributing the power outage to the storm, remain skeptical of the trio's extraordinary claims. To unravel the night's mysteries, the trio undergoes examination until morning. However, the police are unable to determine the cause of Ray and the others' disappearances, as the trio didn't witness the actual abductions. The police offer to take them to the station, but they decide to stay at the house. The officers promise to return within an hour with officials capable of handling the situation. One officer commits to returning after dropping the other back at the station. In a final counsel, the sheriff advises Olivia to keep their experience confidential, cautioning that such an extraordinary story about lights in the sky and family abductions would sound unbelievable to outsiders. He urges her to rest and departs, leaving the trio in a state of uncertainty about the surreal events they've endured. The story takes an unexpected and dramatic turn, bringing a shocking revelation to light. At the police station, a sense of urgency and confusion reigns as a crowd gathers, each person eager to share their experiences of similar bizarre occurrences. Among them, a policewoman recounts her own encounter to the sheriff, which strikingly parallels the events experienced by the main characters. Her story climaxes with a harrowing detail. She claims to have seen a blindingly bright light within which she glimpsed Maisie, the long-missing girl, at the heart of the mystery. Back at the house, Billy notices that the power has been restored, and everything appears to have returned to normal. His discovery of the family dog downstairs sparks a glimmer of hope that perhaps the others have returned as well. However, this fleeting sense of relief is shattered when he spots the mysterious blue light, a chilling reminder that the alien presence is still near. Meanwhile, Olivia, lying in her bed, is startled by an intense light emerging from her closet. To her horror, she sees an alien hand slowly pushing the closet door open. Billy, armed with a bat, rushes upstairs in a desperate bid to protect his family. He struggles to open Noah's room door, where Noah too has spotted the alien. In a heart-stopping moment, Billy vanishes as he turns to confront the alien. In Olivia's bedroom, the alien approaches her and gently touches her forehead. This contact reveals a series of visions to Olivia, showing the vast distances the alien has traveled and could travel. But the most shocking revelation comes next. Olivia is shown a vision of the day Maisie disappeared, moments after she and Ray left the house. The narrative takes a dark turn as Kenneth arrives at the house, meeting Maisie. She informs him that her parents, Ray and Olivia, have stepped out and he can wait for them there. As she returns to her room, a visibly distressed Kenneth struggles internally with a sinister intent. Olivia, witnessing this through the alien's vision, is brought to tears as she realizes Kenneth was in the house that day. But what unfolds next is utterly devastating. Kenneth, wrestling with his own demons, forces himself upstairs and enters Maisie's room. In a moment of horrific violence, he breaks a family photo album, the same one Ray found broken earlier in the movie. The door closes behind him as he commits an unspeakable act, assaulting and killing Maisie. Olivia, viewing this through the vision, is overcome with grief and cries uncontrollably as she watches her daughter smile one last time before vanishing. This tragic revelation solves the mystery that has enveloped the movie. Maisie was not abducted by aliens, as many had speculated. Instead, she fell victim to a horrific crime committed by Kenneth, who then concealed his atrocious act. The emotional climax of the story unfolds with an emotional mix of sorrow and revelation. In the aftermath of the harrowing truths revealed by the alien, Noah enters the room and embraces his mother, Olivia, in a comforting hug. This tender moment is soon followed by a reunion with Ray and the others who had disappeared. They all share a profound experience, having witnessed the same visions shown to Olivia by the alien. This revelation leads to a collective breakdown, especially for Ray, who is overwhelmed by grief and guilt. In a tense and dramatic confrontation, the family faces Kenneth, who is consumed with shame over his unspeakable actions. Arlene, overcome with anger and disbelief, confronts Kenneth, demanding to know how he could commit such an atrocity. Morgan intervenes, holding her back in a bid to prevent further violence. The sheriff arrives at the house, adding an official presence to the charged atmosphere. Olivia, seeking closure, demands to know from Kenneth where Maisie's body is located. A search party is quickly organized, venturing into the forest to uncover the tragic truth. During the search, a haunting flashback reveals the day Maisie was killed. Kenneth is shown burying her body, wrapped in a red towel, only to be startled by a noise. This noise is revealed to be from Kenneth himself, but from a future point in time, the day they first encountered the alien. This future Kenneth, having witnessed his past self committing the heinous act, is left numb by the horror of his own actions. The search party eventually discovers Maisie's body, a discovery that plunges the family and community into deep sadness. A proper funeral is held for Maisie, allowing the family and the town to mourn and find some sense of closure. On Christmas Day, the sheriff is interviewed on television, reflecting on the extraordinary events and the role of the aliens, whom he refers to as visitors, in uncovering the truth about Maisie. He speculates on their knowledge of Maisie's existence and their mysterious reasons for assisting in the investigation, acknowledging that the true motives of these extraterrestrial beings might never be fully understood. In the final scenes of the movie, Olivia is shown gazing up at the sky, her voiceover expressing gratitude to the aliens, whom she calls angels, for their role in helping her find peace and closure for Maisie. The story concludes with Ray and Olivia sleeping together for the first time in a year, symbolizing the beginning of their healing process. They have repaired their family photo album, a symbol for the mending of their family ties. However, it's clear that the events they have experienced will forever alter the course of their lives, leaving an unforgettable mark on their existence.